Hello there and welcome to another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer, myself. I'm Jesse, and today I'm going to be reviewing a beer I have had many times before. This is Rolling Rock Extra Pale. But before we get into the review, I don't know if you noticed, I do have a mustache. It has been a couple weeks since I've done a review, and it's middle of November now. It's for Movember. It's a pretty good cause. It is to try to raise money. If you don't know what Movember is, it's to try to raise money for research for men's cancers like prostate cancer and testicular cancer. It's a really good cause, though. I just figured I'd explain the mustache because it is kind of creepy. It's not usually my style, but especially when it doesn't grow in all the way like this. But yeah, go to the website, Movember.com, check it out, donate. It's a really good cause. So anyway, on with this review. It's Rolling Rock Extra Pale from the Latrobe Brewing Company. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk a little more about that in a second. But anyway, Beer Advocate gives this beer a 62, which is poor. And that's with 1,633 ratings. Rate Beer gives it a 4 overall with a 38 for the style, so that's pretty low. And the Bros give it a 67, which is also poor. The style is an American adjunct lager, so, you know, if you've never had it, that alone should tell you it's not that amazing. It does have a year-round availability. The ABV, I noticed on Beer Advocate, it said 4.6%, but on Rate Beer, it says 4.5%, and it doesn't say on the can anywhere. I looked, and yeah, I don't see anywhere on the can where it says, so it's 4.5, 4.6, it's right about the same. I know even for a low ABV, I've gotten hammered many times on this beer, just losing count of how many I've drank, so it's really not an amazing beer, but it is a sessionable beer because it does have a low ABV. But anyway, let's read a quick descript from, or the ingredients really. It's the only thing that was really on the descript. On Rate Beer, the ingredients are water, malt, rice, hops, corn, and brewer's yeast. So, not really anything super impressive sounding there. But anyway, let's see, read what it says on the can here. It says, "To honor the tradition of this great brand, we quote from the original pledge of quality. From the glass-lined tanks of old Latrobe, we tender this premium beer for your enjoyment as a tribute to your good taste. It comes from the mountain springs to you." And then it has 33 in quotation marks. I'm not sure why. I think this beer, it says on the front, copyright 1939, so I'm guessing they started brewing this in 39, or I don't know, maybe they just came up with the logo in 39. It says copyright, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah, back to about, this is Latrobe Brewing Company out of St. Louis, Missouri. Latrobe Brewing Company used to be out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. And they were bought out by Labatt Brewing. I don't know, Labatt from up in Canada. It was bought out by the Labatt Brewing Company in 1987. And Labatt was actually bought out by a Belgian conglomerate called Interbrew in 1995. And then 10 years later, in 2005, Interbrew merged with Inbev. Yeah, Inbev, the big Belgian company that owns Anheuser Busch now and like a billion other breweries. So that's why it says Latrobe Brewing Company, St. Louis, Missouri, because it's brewed at Anheuser Busch now. That's why this Rolling Rock is distributed by Anheuser Busch and all that. Yeah, so I am going to be using my Rolling Rock Extra Pale tumbler for this one. The green color isn't going to allow for a great analysis of the color of the beer, but I've had it in clear glasses several times, and it's looks pretty much like any other adjunct lager. It's just maybe the slightest bit paler. Go ahead and get this poured here. Now I actually got this this tumbler at the Anheuser Busch factory, the one up on Dunn here in Jacksonville. Alright, let's get an appearance again. I mean, it's a yellow pale straw color. I mean, I know you can't tell that from the glass because it's green, but I have had it in clear glasses many times. Super carbonated. I mean, you can just see loads of bubbles streaming up there. Super carbonated. Has a very frothy, very white head. It was maybe at about 2 fingers a second ago. Now it's slightly more than 1. That'll probably dissipate pretty quickly. This beer doesn't really have good head retention. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a nose on this. Yeah, this is not a great smelling beer. It smells adjuncty. You can smell the corn. You can smell the rice. It's very, very grassy and grainy, and 4.6%. You can almost get a little alcohol bite on the end there for such a low ABV. There's just nothing to cover it up. It's the malts they use are, if there's any character of the malts there, it's just so pale. Such pale malts. Again, I've drank this beer many, many times. It's not really a good beer. I don't think it doesn't really have anything to offer, but at 4.6%, it is more sessionable than if you're gonna drink another adjunct lager like Budweiser or something that's 5.5. You can put away more of these than a Budweiser, but anyway, yeah, just grassy, grainy, no hop character whatsoever. Any malt character that's there is very pale. It just maybe the slightest bit of like a kind of a citrusy zing that's not even contributed to citrus. I mean, they don't brew this with citrus peel or anything. It's just, that it might even be kind of contributed to I don't know, just that grassiness there. When you get it in the green bottle, it's a little skunkier in the smell, so it has a little bit more character. This in the can, I mean, this is just so bland. Anyway, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into this one. Yeah, extremely watery mouthfeel and the flavor. Excuse me. Very, very watery beer. Very bland. You got grassy graininess. Can't really, again, I can pick up just the slightest little bit of alcohol in the nose, even though it's such a low ABV, because there's just nothing there to cover it up. But you don't really get any of that in the flavor. I can definitely taste aluminum. You can definitely taste kind of that tinny metal flavor from the can. This beer doesn't really have anything to offer. You can actually pick up a little bit more of those pale malts in the flavor than in the aroma. You can taste it somewhat, but again, there's that grassiness and that graininess, and you just taste those cheap adjuncts, the corn and the rice. Yeah. You've probably had Rolling Rock before. You probably know already it's a bland shit beer. If you haven't had it, don't even worry about picking it up. I mean, honestly, the only reason why I'm even doing this review is because I had some in the fridge, and I wanted to showcase my Rolling Rock glass. So, that's about it. Again, most people have had Rolling Rock. It's not a great beer. Don't even pick it up if you see it. If you've never had it, don't even worry about trying it. It's not good at all. I mean, a Budweiser actually probably has a little more flavor than this. So, yeah. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. This is not a good beer. It's very bland. Again, it is sessionable because it's such a low ABV, and I've drank it many times. I probably will drink it many more times because it's cheap, and, I mean, that's really all it has to offer. So, anyway, thank you for watching this review. Keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Once again, 3, I think I only said it once, but I'm going to reiterate, 3 out of 10, very poor. 3 out of 10 for a Rolling Rock Extra Pale. Keep watching in the future for more reviews, and Prost.